I'm going to give you 5 ways that humans were supposed to live, but we went off track. And it may not be the way that you think it is. Now, I'm not going to go back in time. This is going to be very futuristic. This is where we should be right now. We should be living on 1 level, white buildings that are made from earth or concrete from earth. The ground made of natural substances such as cork, so that we're always grounding ourselves. Walking bare feet most of the time, or shoes that allows us to be grounded. Never on more than 1 level. There are 2 types of buildings like that. Some of them we live in, and some of them we work in. But the work is our volunteer by choice. Nobody gets paid. Nobody gets a salary. You're raised in a short day for 3 to 4 days of the week in a school. But the school teaches you how to teach yourself. The school provides you with every tool that you need in order to teach yourself, or the students can help teach each other. You learned how to work with all 8 chakras, how to develop all 8 chakras, which are portals, and when to use them. So now we got how we live in villages, how we are schooled, and how we work. So let me detail those 3 before I get to the last 2. So as you're growing up, all of the older students, such as teenagers or young adults who have already developed all of their skills and are on the way to honing how they want to contribute to society. They might want to be teachers or doctors. They might be technicians or electricians. They may be astronomers, homeopaths, naturopaths, gardeners, visionaries, inventors, caregivers. The list goes on. So these children find a mentor that they gravitate towards, and they have no limit and no expectations of at the speed of how they discover what their gifts are. And it's not only tailored down to one. It can be many gifts, and it can be many gifts throughout the years of their life. Once they get to a certain educational level, when they're ready to practice or apprentice, then they move into these cubicles, and the cubicles have no ceilings. Somehow they're protected by another kind of dome or building around that, but it's almost like they're always outdoors. We only live in parts of the world where the temperature and the weather is at the least dangerous for us. Temperate weather doesn't get ridiculously hot, doesn't get ridiculously cold, and it's not anywhere where we can get hurricanes, tornadoes, etc. And there are plenty of places on the earth like that. 4, we have the most modern technology. We have med beds. We have the ability to look younger if we want. We have the ability to have the most modern food that's the most natural. We have the ability to have our technology, internet, modern technology in the home with community kitchens. But we have kitchens in the home too. We don't always have to eat together. When you move, you're basically moving from community to community. You would most likely not move within your community. The community would help you add on to your home if you needed more space around your home. Or the community would build an outsource of a home where other people would be able to use it, such as entertainment centers, etc. But if you wanted to move into another community just to have a different experience, or live in a different area, or possibly use your skills there because it's needed there and not needed where you are, that's how that works. So that's your village, community, educational system, and work environment. Oh, and I meant to mention, children are learned how to use the pineal gland, how to use all of their 6 senses, plus, how to expand the brain so that they're using more than 10%. And religion is basically spirituality. You can believe in whatever religion you want, but at the end of the day, it all comes down to one source. And the fact that we belong to a one source, and that everything that you do, because they're going to learn about karma, everything that you do, good, bad, right, or wrong, and you haven't learned from it, learning from it is perfectly fine. When you learn from it, you don't get bad karma. But when you don't learn from it, it's not like jail or disciplinary actions or nobody in society likes you. It's just that you know that karmically you're going to come back and do this again. Everybody is taught that. So everybody wants to prove. And also that it affects the collective. So there's a deep, deep understanding about the whole, understanding the whole. And we learn this body, mind, and soul. We don't only know it on a soul level, we learn it on a body level as well, a physical level. If parts isn't functioning properly, another part of my body isn't going to function either. So instead of just taking a look at the head when you have headaches, or just taking a look at the stomach when you have stomach problems, they take a look at the entire ecosystem of the body. Children are learned this about their soul as well, and that your soul is a part of a collective of other souls, and that if yours is array or disturbed or in trouble, then the whole clan is in trouble. And then the mind is the same thing. We are of one mind. So your mind, your negative thought, your negative thinking, your depression, your anxiety affects the whole collective. Everyone understands this. They know that it affects the other. So everybody wants to help each other. So that's more of the physical part, or the medical part. So that's number 4. And number 5, as I mentioned, is just technology. As I've mentioned, we have all of the technology that we need, and where we can interact with other planets, with other beings, with other entities beyond the veil. Learning to astro travel, learning to get answers while you sleep and you dream, and working collectively like this. I had this dream 15 years ago. And that's the way we're supposed to live. What do you think?